Hey guys, it's Ishani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So today I'm going to be doing my top 10 spring nail polish picks. I decided to do this video now because spring is right around the corner, and if you guys are interested in picking up any of these nail polishes for spring, you can get them before spring hits. So let's get started. Now for a couple of these, I have a recommendation for lighter skin tones and for darker skin tones. They're both in the same color family, but one's like a little lighter and a little darker to kind of complement the skin tones. Now I did this because some of my friends who are a lot lighter than me look at my nail polish and they say, oh my gosh, I love that color, but I don't think I would be able to pull it off because it would wash me out or something. So that's why I decided for a couple of these to choose option for a lighter skin tone and for a darker skin tone. Obviously, you don't have to go by my recommendation, but it's just, you know, if you were a little worried about it washing you out or it being too dark on your skin or something like that, you can take it by the skin tones as well. So for example, what I mean by that is my first choice top 10 spring nail polish pick is China Glaze Refresh Mint. And it's a really pretty minty green color. It's gorgeous. Now I know a lot of my friends who look at this color and look at it on my nails and think, oh, that looks so pretty on your skin, but on my skin it would wash me out because I'm too pale. Well, I chose another shade. I chose Essie's Mint Candy Apple for if you're a little bit more pale and you're worried about refreshment kind of washing you out. Essie's Mint Candy Apple is a good, it's a darker, mint green. It has a little bit more blue in it, so it's not going to wash you out as much. So here's a swatch of China Glaze's Refresh Mint, number 1 on this wheel. And then here is a swatch of Essie's Mint Candy Apple, number 3 on this wheel. So you can compare the two right here. How Refresh Mint is a little lighter. Mint Candy Apple is a little darker. It has a little bit more blue in it, so this one might look a little bit better on lighter skin tones, and this one will look a little bit better on darker skin tones. But obviously you don't have to go by the skin tones that I'm recommending. You know, if you're lighter skin tone and you say, hey, China Glaze Refresh Mint is one of my all-time favorite shades, then go for it. You know, I'm not saying that it's not going to look good on you, but I just know some of my friends who are lighter say it washes them out, so I would recommend Mint Candy Apple in that case. My next top 10 nail polish for spring is Essie's Lilacism, and it's a really pretty light pastel purple. As you're going to notice, a lot of the shades I'm recommending are really like milky, light, creamy colors because those are my all-time favorite for spring. And here's a swatch of Lilacism, number 12 on this wheel. It's a really pretty milky purple. This one is very universally flattering, and I actually have that on right now. Ignore the chipping and the minor tip wear on my nails. I've actually had this nail polish on for almost a week now, so it actually held up very well, and I'm really impressed. So Essie's Lilacism is a must-have for spring. Another one of my top 10 spring nail polishes is China Glaze's Lemon Fizz, and this is a gorgeous yellow. It's like a yellow, it reminds me of a baby chicken. Like, it's so cute. It's like a really pretty milky yellow color, and it just makes me happy every time I look at it. It's so pretty. And here's a swatch of it, number 5 on this wheel. So it's a really pretty milky yellow. I absolutely love it. The next shade that I personally absolutely adore for spring is the O.P.I polish in What's with the Cattitude. And it's a gorgeous, like, light sky blue shade. Very pretty. But I know a lot of people who say this washes them out or it looks awkward on their skin tone. So if you're lighter skin tone, you might want to try Essie's Coat Azure, and this is from their new French Affair collection. Now, while this is not a cream finish like What's with the Cattitude is, it's similar to What's with the Cattitude, it's just a couple shades darker, so it might suit your skin tone a little better. So here's a swatch of What's with the Cattitude, number 2 on this wheel. And here's a swatch of Coat Azure by Essie, number 7 on this wheel. So here is What's with the Cattitude by O.P.I, and here is Coat Azure by Essie. So you can see those two compared. They are quite a bit different. So I'm not saying that they're similar, but I'm just saying that if you thought that What's with the Cattitude looked awkward or too light on your skin tone, try Coat Azure because I think Coat Azure would look gorgeous on lighter skin tones because it gives a really nice contrast. The next polish I would recommend for spring, which is another universally flattering shade, is Orly's Cotton Candy. And this is such a pretty corally peachy pink shade. It's like the perfect peachy pink in my opinion. And here's a swatch of it, number 11 on this wheel. So in my opinion, it is the perfect peachy pink. It's not too peach, it's not too pink, and it'll suit almost all skin tones. The next polish, which in my opinion is an absolute must-have for spring, is a light creamy pink shade. And in my opinion, the perfect light creamy pink is China Glaze's Something Sweet. And it is just the perfect light creamy pink. It has a little bit of a purple tone to it, so it's not too pink, but it's just super, super perfect. And if you think that Something Sweet is too light for your skin tone, another good alternative would be Essie's French Affair. This is from their new French Affair collection. It's also a light creamy pink with a little bit of purple tones in it. It's just a couple shades darker than Something Sweet. So here's a swatch of Something Sweet by China Glaze, number 5. And here's a swatch of French Affair, number 8. So up here is Something Sweet, down here is French Affair. So you can see the difference between the two is not that much. French Affair is just a little bit darker, but they're virtually the same shade of pink. And like I said, if Something Sweet is too light on your skin tone, you think it washes you out, try French Affair. It's very, very pretty and just a couple shades darker. The next shade I have to recommend for spring is not a traditional spring color, so some of you guys might think you're actually recommending a gray, but yes, I'm recommending a gray. And the gray I'm recommending is SES Master Plan. And it's a really pretty grayish brown shade, and it's light. So it's not like a dark gray. It's nothing like O.P.I's Metro Chic or any of those sort of dark plummy grays. It's a lot lighter than that. So I really love this one, even for spring. And here's a swatch of that. So you can see it's pretty light compared to a lot of the other grays, and it's very, very pretty. The next shade I would recommend for spring is a really pretty metallic coppery gold color. And my favorite is the Revlon polish in Copper Penny. And this is what it looks like. It's a super, super metallic, like coppery rosy gold shade. It is gorgeous. Now I know a lot of people, more specifically Miss Glamorazzi here on YouTube, is raving about Orly's Rage polish, and I just wanted to show you the comparison between the two. Because Ingrid has been raving about Orly's Rage, saying it's a gorgeous rose gold shade. And if you compare the two, you can see that Revlon's polish is a little bit more coppery. It has a lot more orange in it. So I don't know. I really think it's like the perfect penny color. So I prefer the Revlon one, but you know, you could substitute Orly's Rage. They're kind of similar. And here's a swatch of Revlon's Copper Penny, number 9 on this wheel. Look at how gorgeous that is. I absolutely love it. And here's Copper Penny compared to Rage up here at the top. So you can see compared to Copper Penny, Rage almost looks silver. So Copper Penny definitely has a lot more orange in it, and to me, I think it's a lot prettier. It's a lot more unique of a shade. The next shade I would recommend is getting a really pretty silver duochrome polish, and the one I personally recommend is O.P.I's Not Like the Movies from the Katy Perry O.P.I collection. It is the most pretty duochrome polish, and for some reason, the camera does not really want to pick up on that. But it is stunning. I love it. Now, if you can't find Not Like the Movies, just because it is limited edition and pretty difficult to find, a good alternative would be the Wet n Wild polish in Grey's Anatomy. They're very, very similar. The only difference is that the O.P.I one has some silver shimmer in it. Can you guys see that? It has very slight silver micro shimmer in it. You can kind of see that on the camera. But other than that, the basic shade is very, very similar. So here's a swatch of O.P.I's Not Like the Movies, and here is a swatch of Wet n Wild's Grey's Anatomy. So you can see them compared. They're very, very similar. It's just, like I said, the O.P.I one does have that silver shimmer in it, but for the most part, they're very similar. And if you can't find the O.P.I one or it's too expensive for you, the Wet n Wild one is a very good alternative. Okay, and my last favorite polish for spring. This is the last polish, but it's certainly not the least. This is O.P.I's Teenage Dream, once again from the Katy Perry collection. Look at that amazingness. It is rainbow in a bottle. I am not lying, and I love how this camera is actually picking up the crazy rainbowness of this polish. I love it so much. And I know that this is really, really hard to find too, so if you can't get this one, another really good alternative would be the Sally Hansen polish in Strobe Light. This is their Extreme Wear polish. Can you guys see that? They are so similar that honestly, I mean, if you can't find Teenage Dream, don't even stress. Just get Strobe Light. They're so similar, as you guys can see. So here's a swatch of Teenage Dream that is 3 coats, so you guys can see it can be very opaque. And here's a swatch of Strobe Light, also 3 coats. So once again, you can see this one is also very opaque. So here they are compared. This one here is Strobe Light, and this one up here is Teenage Dream. The only difference is that Teenage Dream is a little bit more pink, and it has a little bit more of that rainbow, like 3D holographic glitter in it. But they're very similar. They're super, super similar actually. So if you can't get one, get the other. Alright, so that is it. That is my top 10 spring nail polish picks. I hope that the skin tone recommendations and the dupes that I recommended help you guys out and help you guys find some of these polishes. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!